Breaking news, the FAA won't approve Boeing's new 777X, citing safety concerns. And I'll tell you why this might be a good thing. Let's jump into it. The Boeing 777X will not realistically be approved by the FAA until 2024, citing several issues with their key safety metrics, particularly considering that something happened during one of the test flights back in December. So the FAA came out yesterday saying that they are not realistically going to approve the Boeing 777X until 2023 or 2024 for revenue flight service. That means Boeing is now facing a 4-year delay to bring this new super jumbo aircraft to the market. According to a letter that the FAA sent to Boeing on May 13th, the aircraft is not yet ready for TIA, TIA meaning Type Inspection Authorization, declining to approve the TIA of a limited scope with a small number of certification flight test plans. This letter was only made public yesterday, so we know that it is breaking news. The FAA will not approve any aircraft unless it meets our safety and certification standards. The FAA also went on to cite numerous concerns about a lack of data and a lack of preliminary safety assessments for the FAA to review. Almost as if that Boeing was trying to get this aircraft out the door and to their customers without doing the full comprehensive suite of safety tests that the FAA requires. In a statement to Reuters, Boeing said back that the company remains fully focused on our safety as our highest priority throughout the 777X development. As we subject the airplane to comprehensive test programs to demonstrate its safety and reliability, we are working through a rigorous development process to ensure we meet all applicable requirements. The letter went on to say that it was a software problem that needed to be addressed. Upcoming major software update with a software load of flight control. The FAA understands that there are many significant problem report items that will be addressed by that version of the software load, including the software fix for the uncommanded pitch event that occurred on December 8th, 2020. And it seems that software is the issue here. The FAA has been reportedly frustrated by the sliding deadlines of Boeing's software updates and how it is not clear what software has what updates in it, saying that the software load dates are continuously sliding and the FAA needs better visibility into the cause of the delays. And I'll get to why there are delays in a moment. The letter finished off saying that they want Boeing to implement a robust process so similar escapes won't happen in the future and that this is not a systematic issue. And that's why they will probably delay giving the authorization and saying that this is a safe plane until at least 2023 or 2024. European regulators have also piped in at this news saying that they will now subject the 777X to further testing than they would for, say, another plane, perhaps from Airbus, especially after the situation that we had with the Boeing 737 MAX. It seems like now that no authority is taking any chances on a new Boeing plane without making absolutely sure that this plane is perfect for the market. Perfectly safe, that is. Basically, a lot of this has come from one of these test runs that Boeing did with the 777X aircraft back in December, where the aircraft pitched up and down without control from the cockpit, which does sound very reminiscent of a other software problem that Boeing had with their aircraft. Likely that Boeing requires an expensive and long road in software development as well as software engineering to fix this flaw with the aircraft. Now, I want to say very clearly that this is a prototype aircraft, and of course bugs like this are going to come out during the development, and that we should be very pleased that this type of news is being announced. We would be actually quite concerned that an aircraft was perfect and had no problems and was rushed quickly to the passenger market. Now I'm going to explain why this is a good thing for us, the passengers. whilst it is a little bit down for Boeing to have a delay of up to 4 years for this new aircraft type, which obviously costs billions of dollars, it means that there will be more safety requirements for Boeing to pass, and that they can't just say to the FAA, hey, we checked it, it's all good, which is the same thing that happened with the Boeing 777X and that autopilot disaster that we had. So hopefully here Boeing is able to use this time to put together more comprehensive tests to iron out these wrinkles in the program of the plane and bring a more safe and better product to the market. So let me kind of give you some insight, to the best of my knowledge, why this problem has happened to Boeing and why there are so many software problems with the Boeing 777X. Basically, Boeing has been getting rid of a lot of their senior software engineers. Say, for example, all of the ones that have worked there from before the merger with MD. So they had a lot of software engineers, a lot of real technical expensive specialists, and they've realized that many of them are older now and that they can kind of give them redundancy to increase the profit and reduce the wages across the company, feeling like that they can easily replace these people with younger and cheaper engineers and perhaps even outsource some parts of it. And I'm not suggesting that Boeing is outsourcing any software development for their aircraft, because I don't know what that but that they have younger and fresher engineers who are coming in. However, Boeing is not paying the market rates for Silicon Valley. As you know, a lot of engineers want to go off and work for Google and for Facebook and for, huge other massive corporations that give them tons of free lunch and perks and $250,000 in their first year. Boeing is not paying those rates because they're trying to reduce costs, because they want to increase the shareholder value, especially since what happened in the last couple years with the Boeing 737 MAX. So now that they've got rid of all of these high-end engineers, they're now starting to face problems with this aircraft that some of these previous engineers actually designed, and they don't have the sort of resource skill set to come in here and actually finish off the aircraft. So they'll actually need to spend more money on development on the software of this plane before the FAA actually gives them authority, something which is going to cost Boeing a lot of money. And that's why the plane is going to be delayed for years to come. But I'm confident that Boeing will completely solve these problems, and that this is just a minor hiccup in the development of their latest and greatest aircraft. I should also mention that this is actually the third plane from Boeing to suffer from delays or other problems during production. As we know, the Boeing 777-300 extended range was actually the last plane produced by Boeing that didn't have any problems in production, and that was just around the same time as the merger with MD. Since then, we've had the Boeing 737 MAX and all of that associated problems, and the Boeing 787 Dreamliner, which has had, tools found inside of it, metal shavings. They had all the battery problems, and you remember how even Norwegian had to hire an Airbus A380 to replace their Boeing 787 aircraft, and now we've seen where that company's gone. So it's kind of par for the course that we're now seeing a problem with the Boeing 777X, and I'm glad now the FAA has decided that Boeing shouldn't be able to do the safety authorizations of their aircraft in-house anymore, like they did with the Boeing 737 MAX, and are pushing extra scrutiny on the aircraft. Thanks for watching. That's the end of the report. Here's my social medias, and definitely subscribe if you want to see more news and aviation content just like this.